So Brent Radford has told us that there is some information in his storage unit that some very bad men are trying to get hold of. What could that information be? What could their what's happened in our past that has made these people so desperate to get us, to get the information? Well, let's find out.
Pritchard, I located Radford. He was attacked by men in suits. Private security, Secret Service types. I'm going after them.
What about Radford? Did you get anything out of him?
He's in pretty bad shape. You need to call it in, get an ambulance to his apartment stat.
Got it. And Jensen, don't get yourself killed, okay?
Oh, Francis. I didn't know you cared.
Don't flatter yourself. I care about the security of this company. You getting yourself killed compromises that. So don't be stupid.
He cares. He does care. I don't care about him, but he cares about me. Right, so let's look for the police station then. The alley behind the police station, probably where I broke in. Probably where I broke into it, yeah. I think it's this way. Or is it behind the bank, they said?
Get back here! Leave me alone, pig! That's it!
Have a look. Well, there's the police station. There's the bank. Right, so it's behind the bank. So, this way. Right, let's be careful here. Let's be careful. Because there's 4 men here. 4 professionals.
Of course he is. I know Mr. Gray. Working, yeah.
Mr. Da.
Listen, believe me, we tried.
Darrow?
The man proved resilient. We left someone behind to watch him. We need to go back. Not sure how much more it can take. It's Smith.
Did he say the leader had an English accent?
We tried that already. Look, we can't get the same over. I thought if you could, send Smith down.
Because that man is not English.
Thank you, sir. And we'll contact you as soon as we have the information.
That man is Irish. Easy. Shit. Whap. Easy. Oh crap. Don't turn around. Do we have one of those energy bars? Yes we do. Nice! Oh, whap. Yes, yes, yes. Who were these guys? Mr. Gray. Who's this? Darren Stevens. Mr. Gray's itinerary. I'm forwarding you a copy of Mr. Gray's travel itinerary. It's imperative you extract the information concerning his interests with the utmost discretion. We can't afford to tip off the target, or Sarif. I trust you exercise due diligence on this matter and be done before Mr. Gray reaches Detroit. Singapore, Prague, London. P.S. If you need anything, you know where to reach me. Mr. Gray is Hugh. Hugh Darrow? Nah, it's not Hugh Darrow. They said Da, didn't they, Mr. Da? But it's William Taggart that's given the speech, isn't it? It's not Hugh Darrow. Darren Stevens. Pretty lousy bodyguards if you ask me. Right, let's look at the safe first. It's a 5, but we can hack it. Just get up to there. Pretty straightforward. And done.
Access granted.
Okay. Radford, what do you have? 50 credits. Photographs. Can we look at them? No. Fire destroys White Helix Labs. Twisted Cedar, Michigan. At 4:36 AM on July 18th, firefighters were called to White Helix Labs to fight an early morning blaze. By the time they arrived, the main building was already engulfed in flames. GM Michael Beres could not be reached for comment, but a pre-recorded message had been left on White Helix Labs toll-free line stating that nobody's believed to have been hurt in the fire. That message was last removed when firefighters began pulling bodies from the wreckage. The recovery operations are currently ongoing, Fire Chief Minnie Hawkins told reporters, but also stated that the circumstances behind the blaze are very suspicious. White Helix Labs, a subsidiary of VersaLife, is a bioresearch firm studying childhood genetic diseases. That's the fire that he was talking about, isn't it? So we were in a lab for childhood genetic diseases. Wonder what the photographs were. Again, pretty straightforward.
Access granted.
From Frantic Pony, that's Sarif. Sarif! Wait, Brent wrote, Mr. Sarif, I found Adam Jensen's psych evaluation following that SWAT incident with the augmented teen. I managed to sneak a look at the folder, but I couldn't copy it, at least not yet. We already got forwarded this earlier in the game. From Zero Cool. He's obviously cool with a name like that. Radford, here's a little nugget I gleaned off the PC of your man's bow or ex-bow. I was hoping to get more, but some nuclear snake was hounding my trace and I had to jump networks. When I tried to reconnect, my tunnel was caved. Oh, I hate when my tunnel gets caved. Whoever that was, they're good. I'm not going to risk going back in anytime soon. Consider my debt paid. This is the last time I do a job without the money up front. Right, so he's hacking Jeanette's PC. So what do we have here? This is to Jeanette from Rebecca Downey. Maternity test. Jeanette's pregnant. Hey Jeanette, I know you had some questions about the files I sent, mate. Sorry about all the graphs earlier, but that sample was nothing short of groundbreaking and I got excited. I don't suppose you could tell me where you got it? The short answer to the original breakdown I sent is this. Yes, the DNA samples are remarkable and we were unbelievably lucky to catch the reason why. We've been working with VersaLife's new chaos model Genomatrix, which is trying to apply fractal mathematics to the study of genetic mutation, as you do. In essence, we've been trying to predict the future of human evolution using past mutations stored in the database of my mitochondria, which are the powerhouse of the cell. which is passed uninterrupted from ancestral Eve through our mothers. It gives us an accurate and universal roadmap for our common past. The thing is, the sample you sent fits one of our evolutionary models of the future. We're talking about someone who's ahead of the genetic curve by one step, maybe two. Did you know what this could mean for medicine alone? You have a living, breathing Nobel Prize on your hands. Thing is, I can't tell you if this is a natural leap or if something done to the mother while the baby was in vitro. But I do know that this person's mother had no such mutations. The mitochondria don't lie. Rebecca. So Jeanette was not pregnant. Why is it paternity test? Talking about us. And this is something that we got already as well. Yeah, does your subject know neither of his parents are his birth parents? Mother was sterile. Yeah. We know they're not our real parents. So, Brent Radford says, thought it was pretty interesting. I'm going to start digging around for some more info in White Helix Labs. Lucius Marco, wasn't easy, but I finally backtraced some of Margie and Arthur's Jensen's past. Yeah, we read this already. One minute Adam doesn't exist, the next thing the Jensens have themselves a bouncing and healthy 5-year-old. Yeah, so Jensen was created in White Helix Labs. People realized what he was, what he meant for the future. He was wiped from the records. The lab was burned down. He got placed into care. Why? From Veronica M. New lead, Michelle Walters. Hey B, got a tip for you on that case you're working, mate. There's a woman named Michelle Walters. She worked at that lab you mentioned, White Helix. She was a nurse and good friends with the Jensens, particularly Arthur. She's now living in Detroit? On Brooklyn Court? Bloody hell, mate. There's just one problem. According to my initial probe, she's senile, but you've always had a way with the ladies. Maybe you could coax some information from her, winky face? What is Veronica suggesting that Brent does here exactly? What sort of a way does he have with the ladies? Winky face? This goes against some real. Yeah, this isn't right. She's in Brooklyn Court. She's, you know, half a kilometer away from where we are now. Michelle Walters. Wait a minute. I think she's her mother. She's a nurse at the lab. Particularly friends with Arthur. That's our surrogate father. Surrogate? That's not the right word. That's our adopted father, foster father. Alright, well where is she? Where is she? Which one is that? That one? Can't be. She's in the same building as Brent? Maybe that's why he took that apartment. Is this way faster? No. That takes us... No, that takes us through the subway. Got to go round the bank, through by Brooklyn Court. Michelle Walters, our guardian angel. If she was our mother, she would look after us in the way that a guardian angel would. That's what mothers do, you know, God bless them. But it wouldn't be... It's not like it's out of the ordinary for a nurse at a hospital to bond with a patient that they have care of. May not be our mother. Can't be this one here, surely. Ugh. Fine. Let's do it. Just turn the tracker on. Oh, it's that one. Right, how do we get in this one again? Michelle Walters. She's on the top floor. Well, maybe not that floor. We in the right place? I don't see anyone marked on the map. Okay, this is it. She is. Finally, someone with a bit of style. Look at this colour. It's well taken care of. Nice soothing blue tones. The Victorian furniture goes with everything else in the room. Oh, you had me. You had me, Michelle. You had me, mate. But look at this piece of bullshit in the corner. Holy crap. You had me. Well played. Well played. I almost believed it for a second. Almost believed it. Look at this. Look at this bullshit. She hasn't even put her bed flat against the wall. Oh, I want to puke, man. Oh, that pure gives me the bulk, mate. Oh. Ah. Ugh. Blah. Ugh. Still, she's sensible. We've got some non-slip mats in here. That's what you need on a tiled floor. Ugh. God. Why do people do it? Why do people do it? You know, we waste all this money on medical research. We waste all this money on serial killers. You know, trying to figure out what makes them tick. How can we help these people? Really, this is where we need to put our money. To researching these psychos that don't put their bed flat against the wall. Ugh. God, man, what makes these people fucking tick? Monsters, man. Absolute monsters. Hello, Michelle.
Did I leave my door open? Wait, you're not from Rolling Mills. You're too handsome to be from Rolling Mills.
No, I'm not. Mrs. Michelle Walters, is it? My name's Adam Jensen.
No, you much too old to be him. You must be from Rolling Mills. And please, it's Miss Walters.
Brent Radford sent me. Do you remember him? He's a detective.
Yes, lovely gentleman. He still has my photos
Oh.
of Adam when he was a baby. Oh, could you be a dear and fetch them for me? I forgot who has them, though.
Sure. There you go.
Are these the photographs?
Oh, yes, yes. Thank you. I haven't seen Adam Jensen in such a long time. Forever, it seems. Such a happy baby.
Oh boy. We need some information here.
I would love to hear more about the boy in those photographs.
Such a polite and handsome young man. It'll be my pleasure. The boy in the photo, Adam. Jensen was never really his last name, you know. We only gave that to him after the fire.
Fire?
At White Helix Lab. That's where Adam's real parents worked. At least I think they were his parents. All those babies, the gene therapy they went through. But Adam, oh, Adam was special.
Special? How?
He survived what they did to those babies.
Shit.
He was one of a kind. Then, when we heard they were going to use him to inoculate the next batch of infants,
Wait. What were they doing to the babies?
wish I could remember. I was just part of a nursing staff. But Adam's parents, they started the fire. Yes, I remember that. They asked me to hide Adam. Then they started the fire. Poor things. They never got out in time.
So they
Shit.
started a fire at White Helix Labs. And you hid me.
No, not you, dear. Adam Jensen. Or at least I think that was his name. Well, I gave him to the Jensens to raise. They were a lovely couple.
Miss Walters, my Adam's real parents, who were they?
I'm sorry. What were we talking about?
Oh, God.
Oh, when are them Rolling Mills people gonna get here with my dinner?
She's awfully detailed when it suits her, isn't she? So the babies were all forced to undergo gene therapy, whether that therapy mutated our genes into what we are now, or whether we had a special gene that protected us from the therapy, I don't know, but we were the only one that had it. They were going to use us to inoculate the rest of the babies, so they're probably going to kill us and, use us to get the genes that were going to make the rest of the babies like us. Probably a little bit like as if we were, if we had the immunity to a zombie outbreak, perhaps, and we'd have to be killed to cure the rest of everyone else. And our parents didn't want that. I mean, who wants that for their child? They burned the place down, but they did not make it out alive. Michelle took us, gave us to our parents, the Jensens. Let's see if we can find anything more out.
Miss Walters, please. I know it was a while ago, and remembering all the details might be hard, but do you think you can try and focus for a minute? What did you tell the detective?
Well, Mr. Radford and I spoke about many, many things. But don't you have meals to deliver? And where is my dinner?
Miss Walters.
Miss Walters, please. I know it was a while ago, and remembering all the details might be hard, but do you think you can try and focus for a minute? What did you tell the detective?
Well,
I think we're done here.
Thank you for your time, Miss Walters.
Oh, before I forget, if you see Adam, could you please give him this? It's for all the birthdays and Christmases I've missed. I've been saving them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we'll make sure he gets it.
I'll make sure he gets it.
Thank you, dear. Why, he must be 12 or 13 by now. Make sure he gets something nice.
200 credits. Bitch, is that all? 200 credits. Can't even buy any microtransactions for that. Need some new skins for Fortnite. Shit. Whoops. She got on her. Nothing. Ah. We got to work on our temper. Really. We got to work on our temper. Get some control over yourself, Jensen. For God's sake, man, she was just a defenseless... A defenseless old woman, Jensen. Right, where are we going? This... Oh, this way. Alright. I'm such a horrible person. Should we get to the limb clinic? Should we see if they have any practice kits for sale? I think we have enough practice kits. We'll maybe check on the way out. Let's see where Sandoval is off to. So we can either try and persuade Taggart to tell us, or we can pick up his itinerary. I think.
Everything seems to be under control in the convention center.
And Taggart?
He's on stage now. His protection is deep. Only those with VIP passes can get by the guards.
We'll just stay here and make sure none of those hooligans try to sneak in the back door.
Yes, okay. Let's try and pick up some passes. Yeah, if he's on stage talking, we won't be able to persuade him, so we'll have to sneak backstage, get into his dressing room and pick up the itinerary from there. To get into his dressing room, we're going to need VIP passes, unless we can find some kind of vent that will take us in there. Main hall and the meeting hall.
You think they would actually work and not just sit there looking good? Damn,
Tell me about it.
Check out here.
Now with all the damage out there, I thought we're gonna see.
What the fuck? The fuck was that? What are we looking at here? There's no second floor. That's where we came in. That goes to the main hall. Goes to the meeting hall. Comes up here. Main hall comes out that way. So we gotta get here. We got to head over. There, that direction. Okay. I think we're safe enough being here. Just we can be here, we just can't go backstage. We'll have to check out downstairs as well.
You don't have to get uppity, just because I don't agree with you, miss.
I'm not getting hot. It just frustrates me how some of you pro-humanists act so superior. Like you have all the answers to every ethical question ever posed.
Well, who are you to think you can just turn yourself into robots, abuse drugs, and then think you can function freely in our society?
You and that asshole Taggart? Just try to take away my freedom and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, once it turns into a liberty argument, that's quite interesting, isn't it? Because shouldn't people be free? Shouldn't they be free to do what they want to their bodies? You know, in the same way that people are free to take performance enhancing drugs. If I wanted to, I could take EPO. People shouldn't be able to stop me from taking EPO. There's nothing wrong with me taking EPO. I'm not a professional athlete. I don't compete in endurance sports. It only becomes a problem or illegal if I compete in a sport. And then it becomes then it's a cheating argument. I'm going against the rules of that sport.
Before these people started poisoning their bodies, or to use his
But what's the harm in me taking EPO? Other than the fact that I could have medical complications and have to be admitted to hospital, and that would require taxpayers' money to sort out my problems. That's an issue. That's an issue.
He wants to limit you. He wants the government to have jurisdiction over your body. You want to get augmented? Oh no, I'm sorry, but we're not gonna.
Let's read this somewhere else. Oops. Right, where are we? Ebooks. Born human, be human. What is the Humanity Front? Well, we're a group of like-minded individuals united in the belief that human life is a sacred, unique creation. We believe that our humanity is what makes us who we are, and to dilute that with steel and silicone is to dilute the very essence of our human selves. We're the Humanity Front, a global non-profit organisation that opposes the use of human enhancement technologies. We believe in non-violent grassroots activism. Yeah, that's what they all say. That's what they all say. It's but these organizations always have a militant arm, don't they? That they condemn the actions of that part of. They condemn those militant activists. They are not really like us. But they're certainly a very helpful part to their cause, aren't they? So this is Humanity First, right? Humanity Front. Purity First would be the militant wing, and I bet there's money you get swapped hands. So they believe in non-violent grassroots activism, strong and forthright exchange of ideas, in dedicated opposition to pro-augmentation thinking, the promotion of an viewpoint that eschews the transhumanist agenda, attempting to improve the human condition through biological modification only diverts attention and resources from social solutions that can do the same without changing the fundamental nature of people. We believe in something else, something better. We would like you to join us. Right, fair enough, but tell us what the something else is. Tell us what the something better is. Tell us all about these social solutions that will improve the human condition without changing the fundamental nature of people. Tell us what those solutions are. But they don't. Why are they so against us? We believe that our humanity is what makes us human. The circular argument, isn't it? We're human because we're human. And to change being a human means we're no longer human. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. My friend has he had an accident on his bike. He has a metal pin in his leg. He's still the same guy he was before. Nothing's changed. It's not about diluting the body with steel. It's not about replacing the steel parts. What they're concerned about is, they haven't said it very well, but what they're concerned about is that by having implants that improve us, they're going to change the way we think. That's what they're concerned about. Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Instead of uniting us by our similarities.
Yeah, okay. He's got a point there.
Listen, I've been a victim of this anti-aug backlash. I was attacked simply for having been to a limb clinic by people who were not augmented, people with an axe to grind. And do you know who saved me? An augmented man, a stranger. So you tell me where the real danger comes from.
Yeah, this is tribalism now, isn't it?
The Humanity Front is just that. A front. A front for hate-mongering and William Taggart's irrational need to keep us in the Dark Ages. I'm not here to tell you that augmentations will make the world a better place. I'm here to stand up for my right to choose.
She got a good point there.
Darrow discovered the secret of augmentation. He gave us the chance to better ourselves, to reach for limits that we couldn't even imagine before. Well, you've just heard William Taggart speak, and isn't he a smooth talker? He doesn't want you to better yourselves. He wants to limit you. He wants the government to have jurisdiction over your body. You want to get augmented? Oh no, I'm sorry, but we're not gonna let you. You're not gonna let me? Ha! And do you know how he's gonna influence legislation? How he's going to convince you this is really what you want?
Yeah, okay.
With fear. He's already started. Look outside.
Yeah. They do want the government involved in legislation, don't they? In legislation to stop augmentation or control augmentation. We know that Taiyang Medical are distributing these cheap parts in some way to make augmentations break down, and then they can turn around and say, look, that's what unregulated augmentation does. She brings up a lot of good points. The government shouldn't be able to... They shouldn't have a say what we do with our bodies. If I want to cut my finger off, I should be allowed to. But then, you know, the other side of that argument is, okay, I cut my finger off, I now bleed to death. If I don't get that taken care of, I could get an infection. So really I have to go to hospital and get the wound seen to, and that will cost taxpayer money, because I live in the United Kingdom and we have socialised healthcare, we have the NHS. We had a private private medical care. It would be a different story, because that's my money. I'm paying my money to get my wounds healed. It's an interesting argument. I suppose it all depends how much do you think the government should have a say in what we do in our private lives? But she makes a good point that this world is becoming more and more tribalistic. It's augmented people versus non-augmented people. And if you're on the wrong team, sorry mate, but we're gonna hate you just for being on that team. No matter what sort of a person you are, we're gonna hate you. And if you're on our team, no matter what horrible things you've done in your life, we love you for being part of our team. Because you're one of us, even though you're an absolute shit of a human being. That's group identities. It's not the right way to look at the world. We all belong to different groups, but we're still individuals. However you want to draw the lines up, whatever groups you want to divide us into, there are fantastic people in those groups, and there are absolute shits of people in those groups. That's the way it is. That's life. There's good people and there's bad people. No matter what laws you draw up in a society, there's always going to be people who will break those laws. How long has murder been illegal for, yet people still do it every single day? People are shits everywhere you go. There you go. There's today's moral.